Hey, ladies, gents, and llamas, I am back. We have the first subscription of the month to arrive, and as you can see, it is Barrel and Blade. I mean, you can pretty much see it's Barrel and Blade. And, once again, well done, UPS. I think in their negotiations, what their big contract issue was, they were looking for a clause that allowed them to squish and mangle boxes even more than before. And obviously they got it. They got that out of their thing. So yeah, way to go. Great job. Anyway, just arrived, just brought it in. What is today? It is the 9th. It is August 9th. You know what's special about August 9th? August 9th, I believe it was 1994, Mets versus Phillies. My dad took me to a game at Shea, way back when they still played at Shea, and there was a fight. There was a fight that cleared the bullpens. Poor little Mackie Sasser was on the bottom of the pile, and a nobody named Kelvin Torv, because so many guys got thrown out of the game, got his first big chance in a major league game, and he hit a home run in that game. I have the weirdest memory for things. What a great day growing up in New York City. Anyway, okay, sorry guys, sorry about that. So we've got Barrel and Blade, we've got level 2. Like I said, they win the first box of the month sprint. Let's hope that everything in this box is fine. It probably is. Listen, is it the biggest deal? No, but you know, you have one job to do, which is deliver a not crushed box, UPS. That's all you got to do. So anyway, let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Once again, see, I'm like having trouble. Once again, the market for this stuff is alive and well. That's great. Practical Tactical, it rhymes. It rhymes, so it must be a good thing, right? Practical Tactical, Operation 74. Okay, you know what? I'm going to get a mag. We're going to try. Sorry, you can't even see what this is. I just see right now. Protection in Camouflage, AR-15 Skin Mag. Now, we've talked about this stuff a lot at the shop because we dip. You know, we do hydrographics, we do Cerakote, we do powder coat, and we do all of that stuff. I'm going to put this on. Does it say what it works on specifically? I don't know. I have one of each type. We'll try this out in real. Anyway, let's see. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Operation 74, Practical Tactical V1, which means there's likely, if you're already saying it's part 1, you're planning a part 2. So that's kind of cool. So we have the level 2 box. So level 1, level 2. All right, level 2 either includes more stuff or bigger, better, faster versions of the level 1 stuff. So we'll see what we got as I pull this all out. Get the fluff out of here. So we've got these knee pads. Look like knee pads. We've got a set of elbow pads. Set of elbow pads. Okay. I guess I'll have to go outside and try these on later. We've got a is this a body armor hook? Oh man, honestly, my vest is at the shop. It's been there. My plate carrier's at the shop because I was messing with it, and you know what? I haven't been back to the shop in so long. I haven't been to work, so we'll check it out. I don't know, put something on it. So okay, let's see. I guess you could use it for other stuff. Let's move this crippled old box out of the way. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in our level 2 box. And you know what? Oh, these are one item. Okay, so these count as one item. So we've got 4 items. We're going to do the thing that I know I'm going to not like the most. And it's going to be this. I'm familiar with this cold steel knife. I always tell you guys, I'm really hot and cold with cold steel. Hit or miss. And I know I don't like this one. It's a combination of the blade shape. It's a couple other things. Yeah. But I know somebody who is going to like this. So What abs? Please use caution when handling cold steel products. Knives are extremely sharp. Some knives are extremely sharp. Look, they give contact information right there on the box. That's cool. You know, if you've got questions or problems or complaints, here's some specs for you to peruse. Please peruse. I hope you perused. AUS 8A, not a bad steel at all. So we've got tip up, one way only, not a deep carry. I mean, I know that, you know, they're going for a stiletto style on this, right? Okay. So you've got your thumb stud. There. It just needs to be worked out that one time. Ooh, see, not this lock is not that well positioned. You can open it like yay if ye choose to. Yeah, this, I'm not a fan of this lock. Like, so it's flush. The liner lock is flush with the opposite scale, which means you have to dig yourself into there to get it. It's just not comfortable. It's not convenient. Your thumb ends up kind of grinding against that corner, and it's just not the pressure you need to put on. It's just not a comfortable knife. It's not the end of the world. Okay, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just not comfortable. It's just not comfortable to do. It's not a very utilitarian blade shape. It's supposed to look like a stiletto, like a you know, like, and a stiletto does not mean, this drives me nuts. A stiletto does not mean an automatic a switchblade knife. A stiletto is a blade shape, right? Now I say it's supposed to look like a stiletto because there's an Italian style of knife in this shape, which usually has a rather, you know, like mother of pearl or other kind of natural handle or scale, and it has, you know, this shape of the blade. Very often it is a double-edged saber type shape, spear point type shape, but this is not it. This is not it at all. So this does have this is almost like, so it's not a wave, but this could grip on your pocket and be an, not automatic opening, of course, but like a, you know, an auto pocket opener. I just, you know, this is not my style of knife. This is, I think, it is finished very well though. I mean, you can't argue with that. It's just not the kind of knife that I would want to have, is all. I think there are many more practical shapes, and handle doesn't offer, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to stop whining about it. Honestly, I am whining about this one. I just don't like this knife, is what it comes down to. Sometimes people are like, oh, you're whining. And I'm like, no, I'm giving you my honest criticism and stuff. No, I'm whining about this knife, flat out. I just do not like this knife. So there we go. Let's move on to something else. Okay, so up next, we're going to skip these. We're going to go right to the Gunskins AR-15 Mag Wrap with value of $15. By the way, the knife value on the card, remember, these are all MSRP values. They give that a value of $75. So it says that this is designed for a 30-round 5.56 by 45 NATO 223 Remington magazine. So I'm guessing what they're talking about is, now I have a few different brands here. This is a standard aluminum, it's been Cerakoted, but it's a standard aluminum magazine, okay? I'm thinking that's what they're for. Now, Gunskins, the way these things work, they're like basically vinyl stickers that you can put on either firearms or accessories. I am not, I mean, honestly, I'm just not a big fan of them because they're not the same thing as doing a professional coating, but they are, I guess, easier and quicker. So we have installed this side first, mag left skin, right mag skin, watch install videos, youtube.com Gunskins, which is nice that they give you that because they don't really tell you exactly like where this goes or not. You can kind of piece it together because you have your the like raised parts, whatever. But I mean, this doesn't really give you much to go on, and clearly this does not cover your whole magazine or anything like that. This magazine has this has been loaded and it has been put into the rifle. I've never fired anything through this magazine. I used the hex mags and the P mags to actually shoot, so it is pretty much clean. I mean, it is coated and whatever, but just for the sake of doing this right, whenever you put on anything like this, you should always clean your surface. So I'm just going to use some alcohol and make sure that the surface on the magazine is clean. And believe me, a little rubbing alcohol is not going to hurt Cerakote at all. But you don't want anything on there that's going to mess with adhesion of anything, because we do some vinyl, stuff in the shop as well. If this is really dirty, actual dirty, had some grime and stuff, you might take like a brush, soft brush, and scrub it out. And make sure not leaving any dust or particles. Ideally, you do that with like a cloth, not a little shop towel, but that's what I got. So, so this is the left side. Okay. Now, I guess we only do part, because no sense doing up here. That's going to be in the magazine well, right? So. Is this kind of centered? Is it? I guess. I need something. I'll use a paintbrush because that's what I have. Want to get it into those grooves. Maybe I need something a little bit smaller than that. Man, if I was at the shop. If only I was at the shop and I had a we have like these, they're fake plastic razor blades that we use to smooth things out. This will work for me. Make sure I get it flat and in those grooves, nice and tight. You don't want to use anything that's going to actually scratch the material though. You just want to make sure you're getting it pressed into the grooves. If you haven't done this before, I mean, there's a good chance many of you have done this before. I don't know. I'm just trying to demonstrate for anybody who hasn't. This would be a place we could use the paintbrush. It's wide enough. And then another reason I just prefer coating. But I seriously just, I think coating's an easier process, but not everybody can do that. Not everybody wants to spend the money. Not everybody has the resources. So I get it. I get it. And the reason I'm leaving this all in real time is so that you get an honest view of how long this would take you. Now, if you haven't seen it on the label or you're not familiar with this particular pattern, this is multicam black. Multicam is not, a lot of people think multicam is just what you see on uniforms and stuff and gear. Multicam comes in a few different color patterns. There's like a tropical one, there's a wintry one, and there's this black one. It's kind of like, if you are familiar with the old 1980s Murdoch patterns, which is a series of 6 or 8 colors that can be applied with each other and in different combinations for, we put them on, the US military put them on vehicles. And with these same 6 colors, in different 4-color combinations, you could camouflage, we camouflage vehicles for all different environments. Multicam works kind of the same way. So let's see. So there's a little bit of a time investment involved in doing this. Not a lot. I mean, not as much as some other stuff. But if you don't take the time to do this right, you are going to have a very shitty looking magazine when you're all done. So. And since this is vinyl, it stretches a little bit to get down into those grooves. It's this one where you got to give it a little bit of help. Maybe lift it up a bit and get the material in there. There we go. And again, there are specific tools when you're doing projects like this. Just don't have them here because I wasn't prepared to do this. They look like if you've ever seen videos of car wraps and stuff, or what, like they're plastic and they have little rubbery edges. We have them at the shop. I don't have it here, but for putting on things like this, to make sure you get it all put on even and straight. And you can burnish down the edges. All right. Got one little air bubble in there. You can keep working it out and pushing it towards the top, but then so when this is inserted into the magazine, well, that's what you got. Okay, so that's it. So that's the magazine skin. Personally, and this might just be because I'm a little biased, I would still rather go with coating or hydrographics because I know the durability of the top coat. And I know the process that goes into it, and I just believe in that a little bit better. The advantage of this is, now that I've done that, and I don't really, honestly, I don't care about this, I know that when you're ready to take this off, this is a lot easier and cleaner to remove from your magazine than any coating is. This comes right off and leaves no marring or any kind of issue with the surface beneath. Whereas I cannot say that with Cerakote. You've got to sandblast it off. That's a nice vinyl smell. Hydrographics, same thing, pretty much. If you want to really clean it off, with the 2K clear coat on top, you got to sandblast it off. So the real advantage of this stuff is that you can change your color scheme to fit your surroundings very, very easily, whereas with a more permanent coating, you can't do that. So anyway, I hope that was not too long a clip and not too boring, but there you go. So next item is the tough hanger, or the tough hook, sorry, the tough hook. And what I'm noticing is, not only does it work like a hanger, but you have a grip on this side where you can use it to grab and pull stuff. So the tough hook, with a value of $20, made in the USA from military grade materials, Military grade materials only sounds really great to somebody who has never been in the military. Just saying that. Hold and carry heavy equipment. It's like I said. Yeah. It has a capacity of 150 pounds. It was created by created by a U.S. Army sergeant. Let's see. Service disabled veteran-owned small business. All right. I mean, I'm looking at this right away as I can hang my plate carrier with all its gear and plates and everything on this and hang it up, which is cool because I don't know if you are plate carrier owners and you have ever tried to find something like, you know, I've done the dance where I put like 10 hangers on that thing to try to hang it up in a closet somewhere or something. You know, this looks like it could hold it all with one. But I also see where, you know, if you've just got a big heavy thing, or, you know, I mean, like, yeah, so a plate carrier has a handle in the back, but you could, you know, that's kind of, guys who do it, you know what I mean. It kind of gets a little flippity floppity. You could actually rest it the way it's supposed to be without having it all droop down on you and carry it around this way. Or, you know, this actually seems like a useful thing. Like, this is something I would use. Again, I'm going to be going back to work in the shop, and there are times where I have to. So if you guys have seen the shop videos, we have those metal hooks and everything where we have lots of pieces kind of strapped, you know, big automotive pieces, whatever. We have lots of metal pieces. We got to move from one thing to another. Now we have the large rolling racks, but those can be awkward in themselves with all the pieces dangling and moving. If I've got to move, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 big metal pieces from one area to another, this is something I might actually use in the shop to avoid, you know, not have to push the whole big metal rack around with all the pieces dangling, but I can put them on this and support the weight, but also carry them the way I want to. This is something I would actually use. So that's pretty cool. And $20, I might, depending on how well it works, I might be interested in buying another one. So that's a cool thing to me. Tactical value, some maybe practical tactical, and some actually at work in the shop value. So I appreciate getting this. And now, going back to the top of the list, we've got the HWI NGK, Next Generation Knee, and NGE, Next Generation Elbow Pads. So the knee pads are $30 and the elbow pads are $24. Light infantry dudes, which I was not, I just want to tell you, I'm just saying, I know that light infantry dudes will tell you that I've never seen them out somewhere without their knee and elbow protection. You know, back in my early days, I didn't see, you know, a lot of anybody with the elbow and knee protection. But, you know, today I really, anytime, you know, I'm around and I see the light guys, not so much the heavy mechanized dudes, but, you know, the light infantry guys, I always see them with knee and elbow pro because they're always, you know, having to slam down and crawl around, and it's just smart. If you've ever had to low crawl on, you know, an urban environment, it is not fun. So these ones would match an OCP uniform, which is cool. I'm not going to go outside and try them on right now. I'm not, but I like the quick release on them. I like the extra. I mean, they're super. I'll put one on right now. I'll try it on. Let's see. Let's just see this. Well, I'm cutting my circulation off right now because I need to loosen them up. But hold on. If you just open up the Velcro, they start to just kind of conform to your size, which is nice, without you having to mess with. This is what I mean by open up the Velcro here on the. They just sort of start to adjust to your size, which is cool. And then I always feel like a Ninja Turtle when I have these on. So they don't restrict your movement a lot. Some of these can really restrict your movement, but these are not too bad. A little bit, but they all do. there's that like I talked about, the extra padding right in the cup area. That's nice. And I'm just beating on it to feel it. For the knees, let's see. So I have in. You guys want to see my sexy knee? I'm trying to get it on camera in this setup. So this knee right here, you can hear it. That's fake. Feel nothing. I feel nothing in that one anyway. But it is comfortable the way it encompasses kind of the whole joint area itself. Yeah. I don't know how prone I am to use these. I feel like, bro, I've done my time crawling around and doing that kind of stuff. But I'm sure I know somebody I could pass these on to who would get real good use out of them. They feel like, I don't know anything about the company. They feel good quality. Clearly they're made to go with modern day gear and uniforms, which is nice. Construction feels pretty good. Like I said, you know, like I can't bullshit you guys. The whole thing about, like, you know, everybody having this kind of protection, it's a little bit beyond my prime time in uniform. We weren't, you know, my last deployment was in 2012, and there absolutely were, like I said, infantry types, especially light infantry types, they were wearing that stuff. We weren't. It wasn't one of the standard issue things for us. It wasn't on the TONE. So I don't have a lot of experience with this. So maybe there are some folks with more experience with this kind of gear who can chime in and let us know, is this like a good quality brand? Is this you like the features on this? Yes, no, I don't know. But I mean, from the limited experience I've had in some situations, it feels pretty good. I don't know, but so that's the box. Overall, I kind of like it. I definitely like this hook. I don't like the knife because I'm a whiny bitch and I just don't like that knife. But as I had said previously, I know someone who would really dig this, and it's going to go to them. So no harm, no foul, I guess. But I really like the hook. I think the hook has a lot of utility value. I might even buy another one. The magazine wraps, that's up to you. I see the practical utility in it. It's just not for me personally. But then again, I have access to, free reign of Cerakote and hydrographics and powder coating and all that other stuff all I want. So maybe I'm colored by, that view a little bit. And these, while certainly useful, again, I just don't feel like I have the experience under my thumb to really give a good evaluation. I'm relying on you guys out there to let me know what you think of them. And, maybe I'll just put them on in the backyard. Me and Aiden will have some fun. We'll just drop on our knees and our elbows for a little bit and see how it feels. I don't know. But I think definitely it's good, useful things in the box. I think that most people would be able to make use out of, people that are prone to subscribe to Barrel and Blade, I should say, would be able to make use out of the stuff in the box. And that's what I always say about Barrel and Blade. You know what? They're never just putting stupid fluff items in the box. At least the stuff that they're sending, while not always the most exciting, they're always sending out useful stuff. And that's why I still love Barrel and Blade, and it's one of my favorite, long-term boxes. They're always sending useful stuff. So it's, I don't think I've ever, I can't remember, and somebody might call me out on it and say, what about this thing? And then I'll have to say, okay, you're right. But I can't remember them ever just sending some kind of hipster, foo-foo, whatever. It's always some kind of useful gear, some kind of useful stuff. So, all right, guys. So you saw my sexy knee. You saw the long process of me putting the mag wrap on. Tell me what you think of the stuff in the box this month. You like it, don't like it, favorite item, least favorite item. Do you agree with me on the knife? Do you not agree with me on the knife? This is your forum and your time to comment now and let me know what you thought. So if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, share with your enemies. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I feel like this is the perfect knife to say that with. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Remember that you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and we'll be back again real soon.